Okay, everybody, welcome to week 18 and 19 of DCA. I'm Colin, and this is Steven. What a tough couple of weeks for the market. Do you have any words to describe what we're seeing here?
Um, Not good.
It's
Yeah.
it's things are bad. The crypto space is down a lot. Ethereum, I just checked today, they dipped under 1500. They haven't been that low for quite a while now, but they rebounded a bit north of 1500 just before we began. So, yeah, the whole market is on fire. With that being said, do you want to start with your portfolio first? I think I went first last week. Sorry to
Sure.
put on you on your spot.
Yeah. So last week I was down 190. This week I'm down 250. So another like percent and another 2%, I guess. A bit more than that. Um, yeah, I did my buy Friday morning and it went down a little bit more after that. But yeah, things are down. Crypto, yeah, like you mentioned, way down. Everything is pretty much down except energy. So uh yeah, oil and gas is where it's at, I guess. Um, yeah, added a couple new columns to my spreadsheet just to kind of do the same thing that I'm doing down here to see. I set like targets for individual stocks instead of just for the sectors now, so I can fine tune it a little bit closer. But yeah, this week I bought a couple shares of ETFs, one of tech. The tech ETF indicators looks pretty solid for that. And then I bought a little bit more crypto uh, just because I had a little bit of money left over and not enough to buy anything else. So yeah, bought some more of that. But yeah, it was kind of basic week, nothing too crazy. I think I might adjust my weightings a little bit going forward. I was thinking of maybe dropping crypto down to 10%. I'm bumping my just indices up to 65%. Just reduce a little bit of the volatility, but yeah, we'll see. Might change my mind before next week, but yeah, that was it.
Sounds good. Uh, Excellent. Um, are you are you still close to your weightings? I think you're okay. I think I
Yeah,
see there at the bottom
I'm
there.
pretty close. They're
You're
all
yeah,
within
all
like a
within a
third of a
percent.
percent.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome,
So I've been doing a pretty okay job at kind of maintaining that.
excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them, when I did it I set targets for individual stocks or, yeah, individual like ETFs. Some of them were out a little bit more than I expected for the individual ones, um, which wasn't as obvious based on the sector one. So yeah, next the indicators for the oil and gas one looked like they were maybe cresting on Friday. So uh, yeah, starting to trend down a little bit. So probably next week, just because that one's out the most, I'll probably buy a share of that. That one's up quite a bit, obviously. But yeah, I'll probably buy a share of that and then buy one other share of something, maybe this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is XEH again? Sorry, did you?
XEH is the European
Oh, okay.
market ETF, which had a lot of exposure to like consumer goods and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, things like Nestle and um, yeah, LV, the Louis Vuitton like parent company is a big one in there too. Um, yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Pretty good. And you're 2400 at the end of this week, which is or 2500. Sorry, you're at
twenty five
2500.
fifty.
That
So
is
yeah,
not bad at all.
9%.
That is not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah, my crypto exposure isn't like it's probably higher than financial advisors would recommend. I think from what I've heard, lots of financial advisors recommend zero because
Yeah.
financial advisors be financial
Yeah.
advisors. But
Yeah.
uh, this is not investment advice. Um, but yeah, I like my exposure could be worse. So yeah, it's not. I'm weathering it not too bad. Again, just that super broad diversification from just having a really high weighting of just broad market indices in here helps soften the blow a little bit. But yeah, still down for sure. Down, yeah, 60 bucks from last week. Over the last 2 weeks, I'm down like, yeah, 100 bucks on 2,500 bucks, or I guess 28 in now. But yeah,
Okay. Very cool. Okay, so I'm down quite a bit more from Steven. As you can see, I actually have $500. So I have a lot more exposure in crypto than Steven does. It's down a whopping 40%. And even my TFSA is down a little bit more than Steven's at 10.74%. Uh, so I have a new balance in my RSP, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a second here. So in my 2 weeks, my first week, so week 18, I bought an ETF called DGROW. So what is DGROW? DGROW focuses on dividend growth stocks. So they look at companies that have a history of growing dividends, and they try to track some of the highest ones. Pretty decent returns for an ETF. Um, and I chose this because of my ongoing strategy to invest in more fixed income, dividend growth companies, at least for the next little bit. The ETF I bought in week 19 is VXC. So this is an ETF that focuses on small, medium, large. And they focus on everything except for Canada. So that does include the US. So 61%. So there's still a large US presence in this ETF. But then you get some of the emerging markets, the Middle East, some stuff in Europe. So it's not just totally S&P 500 US. There's a little bit more diversification here. There
did
you
you
go.
pick? Did you pick one that excludes Canada for any reason in particular?
So that is a good question. I don't have my weightings listed like you do, Steven, but I do have uh a bunch of the pie in BCN, which is just all Canadian, all caps.
Gotcha.
And for me, that's probably at a good place for just Canadian investments. I have a bunch of other single picks in Canada. So
Yeah,
that combined with the ETF here, um, for me, that's enough.
I think not all of them, but I guess most of your stocks are probably Canadian stocks, eh?
Yeah.
Like Taiwan
Like
Semiconductor isn't Starbucks,
yeah.
Netflix.
Sorry,
Those are
XQQ is Canada too. So I actually have quite a bit. So I'm trying not to put as much Canadian presence moving forward.
yeah.
I still like to pick single stocks for Canada, but
Yeah, mine. I set my target for my Canadian ETF at 22.5%, and then the US one's 22.5, and then the emerging markets and European are both 8 3/4. Um, yeah.
nice.
So, but then the other ones like the tech and the energy. Well, the tech one is definitely more US heavy, and actually, I think the energy ones are actually well, the oil and gas one at least definitely is Canada heavy, but I don't
Mhm.
own a ton of it. So I'm probably I would say I'm probably more weighted towards the US market right now overall. But
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
I do want to talk about one thing before we end off for week 18, 19, and that's uh, the call for a recession sometime this year. I mean, it's been going on for the last couple of years, there's a recession coming up very soon, but there are a lot of indicators that say that it might happen. Um, the GDP last quarter in the U.S., I believe, was actually negative. I forget the actual percentage, but it was negative. And I think technically a recession is when 2 quarters are in the negative GDP. Canada in quarter one was not negative. I think it was like zero point 0.8 or something. It was very low, but it was not negative. But so the U.S. very much at risk of recession right now. I think the advanced estimates say that Q2 will be positive, so there's a chance it won't be, but it's so close that it could very well happen. When that happens, even though things aren't too crazy, like even now when like in the media, right, like people talk about recession, like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like people will be like, oh, it's recession, it's when it's actually not, and then people don't spend as much, and then it causes like, I don't know what your strategy moving forward is. Our channel's DCA, so DCAing definitely works. I will probably keep DCAing into like ETFs or single stocks, but I might start accruing cash position too. We never set out a rule that we had to buy something every week, right? I can't remember now. We just said that we would check in with the portfolio every week.
I think the goal was to buy something every week.
Oh, was it? Okay. Okay, then I'll buy the cheapest share I can find. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll buy something, but I probably won't. I try to spend as much of it every week as possible, but I might consider some weeks just holding off some and building a higher cash position because it feels like a falling knife at this point. Although if I could predict the market, then I would just buy puts and stuff. But yeah, with interest rates like almost guaranteed to go up, I don't think there's gonna be like a surprise rally. Even if it is, I think it'll be short lived. So I might consider doing that.
I'll probably just keep buying. I don't know. That's kind of The
That's
concept
that's kind of the point. Yeah.
that's kind of the point. Yeah,
Yeah.
is to see what happens when we
Yeah.
buy, no matter what.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, so I'm down almost five. No, I'm down $500, and Steven's down 200 something bucks.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I was curious. How much? Do you know how much your initial, like your total investment, your total cost is for your crypto so far? Because my crypto's worth about the same as yours.
So my crypto cost is 500. I put 500 in there.
Okay, I've put 431 in, and it's worth 327.
Okay.
So,
What
yeah,
do you just
mine's
have
down,
BTC and ETH? Okay.
but I bought ETFs, not the coins themselves.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I was curious if that made a difference.
I don't know what the percentage is. My Bitcoin is down 33%. My ETH is down almost 50%. But my altcoins are down 76%, 50%. So
Oh, okay.
the altcoins,
Coins that are
yeah.
doing it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Bitcoin's down 18 and my Ethereum's down 30%. So
Okay.
it seems like maybe the ETF is insulating from the swings a little bit more, but
Yeah. I think so. But yeah.
I've also been lowering my average cost base though, because I've been buying it pretty frequently, where I think you kind of bought a lot up front and then haven't done it as steadily.
Yeah, I bought mine pretty early. I think I bought some crypto a couple weeks back, but most of my buys were near the beginning of our yeah.
So I guess that would make a difference
And
too. But
suffered they have. We're squarely in crypto winter, and it's only getting more chilly, but
buy more for cheaper.
exactly. There you go. Not financial advice. Anyways, that'll be it for week 19. We will see each other in week 20. And yes, I'm going to buy something. I'm not going to not buy anything. So until next time, may the market gods be kind to us. See ya.
Yeah.